The real Pacific Coast Highway is a regular feature in conversations about the world's greatest road. But I think it's fair to say the Assetto Corsa mod hadn't fully captured the magic of the real thing. Yet. But that is all about to change. I love a good free roam. My favourite by far is LA Canyons for Assetto Corsa by Phoenix. It brought an expansive and immersive real-world location into our favourite sim racing sandbox, and it did it with more style, aplomb and, well, Easter eggs than we probably deserved. But Phoenix is also responsible for Pacific Coast, and it's not received an update for 5 years. Until now, and, well, it is quite the glow-up. When version 1.0 hits Race Department next month, we'll be treated to 23 kilometres of mountainous coastline road with multiple layouts, destinations and of course, driving options. And that's all well and good, but for me there are a few things that really matter in a mod like this. First and foremost in my mind is, of course, immersion. Can I lose myself in the driving? And that manifests itself in both the visuals and the technical aspects of this mod. In the case of the former, I think it's fair to say that Phoenix has once again managed to capture the vibe of this little slice of Californian coastline. And driving around here really does give you plenty of, oh, would you look at that moments as you round a corner and the world opens up in front of you. Though it's also worth mentioning that this is an advanced release that I have access to and it's still a work in progress, and some of the destination areas in particular and stopping points along the way are not yet in their final form. But even still, it really is looking rather delicious. As far as Assetto Corsa environments go, this is about as detailed as it gets. The philosophy here is more, but I was able to run everything with my usual settings without hitting any frame rate issues, somehow. Of course, if you combine Pacific Coast with the custom shaders patch and Sol, it really does look as good as a cold beer tastes at the end of a hard day. But the detail is more than skin deep, which is to say that the road mesh is very well detailed and communicates well through the wheel. And since it's using over 5 million polygons, I would damn well hope so too. More is indeed more. But what that amounts to is a driving experience that allows you to feel connected with the car, which really does help sort some of the better road cars in Assetto Corsa from some of the less better ones. If you've driven LA Canyons, then the types of game mode will be fairly familiar. There are layouts that allow you to free drive from both the north and the south of the map, as well as from the mansion area, though more about that in a moment. And these are augmented with layouts that allow you to drive on your own, with traffic as well, and of course, online-only cruise options. Though, at this stage, I feel the phrase online cruise is probably best avoided. Moving on, as with LA Canyons, there will be a free version available in Race Department and a paid upgrade that unlocks some of those extra layouts. Now, about that mansion. Modelled after my own home, it is a fairly modest affair. Let's be honest, Tony Montana would probably only use it as a weekend getaway. But what it does feature is an underground parking structure that might just be the dictionary definition of project creep. To put it in numbers, it's 11 stories deep, features 70 pit boxes and 700 parked cars. You might think that's overkill, and you'd be right. I did notice some performance issues here, and Phoenix has suggested that it'll probably scale it back a little bit for the public release. I will admit, before LA Canyons came along, I really had very little interest in free roam maps. Sim racing was a way to go racing without the inconvenience of all of that son of a billionaire business. But I quickly came to learn that sim racing is a broad church. F1 mad hopefuls meet endurance racers, oval specialists, dirt enthusiasts, kart sim heroes, drifters, historical reenactors, and any number of other labels you care to throw at the hobby. But there is one thing that we've all got in common, and that is a love of cars. For better or for worse, we all see cars as more than just a utilitarian functional object. We see them as living things, as art, as expression, and as an extension of ourselves. And that's where Pacific Coast comes into the mix. Free roams, or at least the good ones, give us an opportunity to take it all a little bit less seriously and exercise that inner petrol head. I'm never going to get the chance to tool around in a 288 GTO, but I can get a glimpse of that here, with my mates, online, without measuring sector times or talking about damper settings or netcode. For me, LA Canyons was the ultimate palate cleanser, and now it's got an equally impressive sibling.